Okay, so today I have a request for the name Delia. And so we have Daled, we've got Hey, Lamed, Yod, and Aleph. Again, under 10 syllables. So let's work out the numbers first. All right, so I went ahead and worked out the numbers for the soul contract for the name Delia. And this is all of the vibrational frequencies that create the soul contract for the name Delia. Starting off with karma, we have 14.5. And 14.5 is a very light, etheric, intense, intuitive type of energy. 14, so that's think scorpionic in nature. It's deep, intense, it's reflective. It's reflecting back to you and into others constantly. It's asking the question, who am I through these intense relationships through your entire life? And 5 aspect. 5 is this aspect of a fetus. It is abstract. It is the spark of consciousness, the spark of source, the spark of bringing awareness into something. It's both of them have this Aries Mars aspect where they lead forward, they pioneer forward in truth. And the 14.5, they create great teachers. 5 is a teacher of teacher type of energy, similar to the 3 in goal. Up here we have the 12.3 in goals, and goals and karma are very similar in terms of experience, because this is the initial first energy the soul contract will experience, the challenge, the big limitation they're faced with, and they have to overcome and learn to sit well within this type of energy. And the goal energy is one that they're not good at, and they have to learn to get to this point, or they want to get to this point through the soul destiny, and this is their talent. So the 14.5, as I was saying, they have these intense relationships through experiencing throughout the entire life, and it's all about constantly reflecting parts of yourself through other people, highlighting those other people on this scene, and also even when you don't want it, you are highlighting parts of yourself that you are discovering as you go along. Maybe you're talking about somebody that you don't like, and then boom, you end up saying something about them, and then you're like, hold up, wait a minute, that's kind of like me though, and you highlight parts of yourself that you don't really want to see. But it creates a whole situation a whole scenario where you open up to new parts of yourself. And now with the 12.3, another very similar type of energy going on here. Not as etheric, however, very much a teacher type of energy, where 5 has this aspect of speech, where you have you'll find good writing, communicative types of venues in expressing yourself in career. Excuse me. The 3 is also a master teacher type of energy that has this depth to it. It has all these resources to it. You could yap a lot and say a lot of very important, meaningful substance to somebody else, and it's coming from the depths of your soul, from deep within your psyche. And there's so many of these aspects to it. The 12 and the 3, however, there's a sexual aspect to it as well, where 12 is that of Libra and 3 is that of, well, again, Mars. In the aspect of Libra, it wants love, it wants harmony, it wants peace, it wants this union type of energy. And with the 3, there's this aspect of poverty to wealth, poverty in either the physical or the emotional, but it comes from a place of unworthiness, and unworthiness of not feeling fulfilled, not feeling whole, not feeling a strong factor of I am worthy of X, Y, and Z. So we often, and 3s often overgive or overshare more than they should in relationships, and when they do give a service, they don't exactly take back fair compensation. They don't want to, because they don't feel worthy of it. So it can manifest in one or two ways, where they either work all the time, and with the money they make, then spend stuff and surround themselves with that material stuff, materialism, to feel whole, or have in terms of the sexual aspects of it, have more sexual partners than most, or abstain completely from the intercourse and have none at all. But this is all coming from a place of in the same sense that they are with somebody, to have that sense of I feel whole because I have somebody here to make me complete, and without that person they don't feel complete. There's way more to this. I could probably go in depth to it, but again, I'm not too sure for the specific person which perspective we're going to take, and then how we're going to deepen into that perspective to kind of figure out exactly how this energy shows up. What I've been saying so far is just generic parts of what I've seen and how this energy does show up. The 6-6, let's move on to talents, is all about focus, creativity, that type of energy. And talent, it's definitely focus. It's the ability to sit down and say, you know what, I want to get something done, and just really focus and hyper focus into that task and get things done. It's the ability to have a bunch of, if not hundreds of just creative, inspirational things running through your mind all the time, constantly, and there's this need to either write it down, because just as fast as that inspiration comes in, it leaves just as fast. But if you write it down and you get working on it, you just take that first step forward, and you have that faith in yourself to move forward, you start to get things done. Because there's also an aspect with 6 as a frequency to not be able to take any type of risks, because they don't want to take that risk. They just don't want to step forward, and they need to have full security before they could step forward. And with a soul destiny, you have 5-5. 6 is all about there's a Taurus vibe, and they seek perfection, grounded perfection. They want slow, steady progress, but at the end of it, they want it to be perfect. They want it to look pretty. And the 5-5 as soul destiny is again this etheric, light energy that is intuitive and knowing, and it's in truth, and it basically wants to get to that awareness of source, Also with this, the sexual aspects of this, bliss is the key to through sex in general. That blissful afterglow of an orgasm is in the tantric vibe of opening up Kundalini and bringing in conscious awareness. And are you able to keep that bliss even after sex? And so that bliss into consciousness through intuitive truth and bringing awareness there, asking and answering the question, who am I, through that intuition, and being able to teach from the threes and the fives as through speech, communication, writing, channels of such, and speak from that depth of the soul. Also, that three has an aspect of music, listening, like really good listeners, the threes are. And so that aspect of music is one where a lot of threes connect deeply to music, and a big healing platform for threes is through using your voice to, say poems, say sing, read to people, probably have a podcast, this type of vibe, and through that aspect, they end up healing a lot, and you have that focus here and creativity to make those ventures happen. But yeah, this is just a generic reading. It's not as in-depth or in detail as it would have been on a one-to-one. And again, it's a very short reading. But if you like a detailed reading and you want to learn more about how soul contracts work and kind of get into that vibe, or get even more detail, it's an aligned purpose reading where we introduce astrological aspects to it and human body design to stay in flow and all of these cool little tidbits. You can book a reading directly. My link in bio. I love you. Have a good night.